What's up, you guys? Coach Hudson here, and today we're going to talk really briefly and quickly on bar muscle ups. So if your goal is to get your first bar muscle up, first I recommend having a solid amount of strict pull-ups, probably 6 or more consecutive strict pull-ups. You want to try your first one because it requires a good amount of pulling strength. Even though you are using momentum, you are kipping in order to get yourself on top of the bar. It's a lot of momentum, but still a lot of lats and a lot of upper body strength in general. So if you need to get to 6 strict pull-ups, do that before you start practicing bar muscle ups. Otherwise, you're just gonna get frustrated, be all over the place, and be like, why is this happening to me? It's because you need more strict pull-ups. But for the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the modification of a bar muscle up, which is the jumping bar muscle up, is the one we're gonna go over today. And I really like this one because it teaches people the appropriate movement of the exercise. A lot of people do this exercise wrong, so watch really closely as I break it down. So, the first thing I want you to focus on is it is not you jumping straight up and landing on top of the bar. You're going to kip through, kip behind the bar, and then once you get almost horizontal towards where the bar is, then you're going to pull yourself over and then come on top. So I'm going to show you the wrong way to do it and the right way to do it. So first, people do this all the time when they're first loading them. They just bend their knees, they jump up, and then pull themselves on top. Whereas, I want you to practice that normal kipping motion going from a hollow or an arch position to a hollow position, popping your hips up and then coming over. So it'll look like this. You come through, come around, and then lay on top. So that one, I again came around the bar, so I came to that hollow position. From here, I pulled my hips towards the bar and then pulled myself on top and then threw myself over and got my elbows over the bar. That's the most important part. That's why people get stuck and they're not able to do them, because they get like one arm over, the other arm's way down here, and they fall back down. Focus in this modified version of getting your elbows over the bar. You can start with raising the box to a higher height to where it's pretty easy to get on top, and once it starts to feel pretty fluid, you can lower the box to find a higher pull-up bar to where it requires less of your legs and more upper body strength to get it done. Once that starts to become efficient, then we'll get the box out of the way. And then we're gonna practice jumping up and just pulling our hips to the bar. So when you're jumping up onto the bar, I highly recommend, no matter how proficient you are already with bar muscle ups, to get a really good kip for your very first one, is jumping from behind the bar. So I'm about maybe 1.5 to 2 feet away from the pull-up bar. I'm gonna jump and instantly start into a hollow position. So it'll look like this. So I'll jump and reach, kick my feet out in front, boom, and then I can go to a big arch position. So it's not me just jumping underneath the barbell or underneath the pull-up bar and having to build that momentum. I can just jump from behind the bar, get a really big arch, and then pull myself up and around the pull-up bar. So try a couple reps out, not pulling yourself on top of the bar just yet, but pulling your hips towards the bar, so it'll look like this. That's all you're gonna focus on, is trying to get your hips up as high as you can. My hips are about 1 inch or 2 away. That way, when I get here, it's very easy for me to just get my elbows over, and I'm already on top. If you saw my previous bar muscle up, I caught it almost fully locked out, which makes it very easy, it's very efficient, I'm not saving a lot of energy, versus catching it barely, struggling to get my elbows over, and then doing a big dip to come out of it. So practice again, doing a few big swings, getting your hips as close as you can. Once that starts to feel good, then you can practice, once the hips touch the bar, get your elbows over and throw yourself on top of the bar. Try those out first, no matter where you're at. If you're struggling to get bar muscle ups, try the box version first to practice that hollow arch position. Then practice jumping, getting your hips towards the bar. From there, you can practice getting your elbows all the way over and catching on top of the bar muscle up. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them down below in the comments. We'll get back to you guys on that video.